I've visited Bangkok multiple times over the years, most recently in January this year, and every visit has felt slightly different. The energy, the shopping, and even the atmosphere in certain areas has changed. So, if you're planning a trip, especially with family, is Bangkok still worth visiting in 2026? Or has it changed more than people expect? Bangkok has always been known for its street food, shopping, nightlife, and affordability. For many travelers, especially from India, it's often one of the first international trips. But over time, I started noticing some clear shifts. Not dramatic, but noticeable. Some things that once made Bangkok extremely attractive have evolved, while others remain just as compelling. Bangkok is intense. The traffic, the heat, the crowds. It can feel overwhelming at first, especially if you're traveling with older parents or children. But at the same time, it's incredibly efficient. Public transport works well, food is available everywhere, and there's always something happening. The chaos is part of its identity, and once you adjust to it, the city becomes surprisingly easy to navigate. When I first visited a decade ago, Bangkok felt like a shopping paradise. Prices were noticeably cheaper compared to India. But over the years, especially in popular malls and tourist markets, prices have increased significantly. In some cases now, I find similar prices or even better value back home in India. So if you're visiting purely for cheap shopping, expectations may need adjusting. Bangkok still has fantastic malls and markets, but the ultra cheap shopping reputation doesn't always hold up the way it once did. Another thing that has become very visible in Bangkok is luxury retail. Malls like ICONSIAM and Siam Paragon have some of the biggest luxury brand stores in Southeast Asia. But luxury shopping here is not necessarily cheaper, even with VAT refund. In many cases, prices are quite similar to India, especially once you factor in exchange rates. So while the shopping experience itself is impressive, visiting luxury malls in Bangkok is often more about the experience and architecture than finding major price differences, unless you're shopping at premium outlets, of course. Bangkok is still very much a street food city, and when you find the right places, the food can be excellent. However, in many popular tourist areas, street food prices are now much closer to restaurant prices than they used to be. Because of that, I sometimes found myself choosing familiar fast food outlets when the price difference wasn't very significant. That doesn't mean the street food culture has disappeared. Far from it. It just means that finding the best value often requires going slightly away from the most tourist heavy areas. Another thing that's really grown in Bangkok is its cafe culture. From minimal Japanese style cafes to lush garden cafes and riverside spots, the variety is incredible. It's not just about coffee anymore, it's about the experience. Some cafes are so beautifully designed, they feel like destinations on their own. One noticeable change in recent years is the visibility of cannabis shops in certain tourist areas. While it's legal in Thailand, its presence is much more obvious than before. For many travelers, this isn't an issue. But if you're traveling with older parents or children, it's something to be aware of when choosing your location. At the same time, Bangkok still offers plenty of family friendly experiences if you plan well. There are beautiful temples spread out across the city that provide a calm and cultural contrast to the busy streets. Well developed parks where you can take a break from the crowds and catch your breath while a monitor lizard crawls past. You'll also find museums and aquariums that are well suited for a slower, more relaxed day, especially when traveling with older parents and children. Places like Asiatique riverfront are perfect for evenings. Open spaces, river views, shopping, and food. The Mahanakhon skywalk gives you one of the best views of the city in a safe, well managed environment. Even malls like ICONSIAM feel like full day destinations. Damnoen Saduak and a few other floating markets around Bangkok are also great for family outings. So, while certain areas may feel more adult oriented, it's also possible to have a comfortable and enjoyable family trip by choosing the right locations and activities. Despite these changes, Bangkok still has an energy that's hard to replicate. The temples, the river views, the morning walks, and the street food culture still give the city a unique rhythm. And in the evenings, Bangkok really comes alive, especially with its rooftop bars and nightlife. Watching the skyline from a rooftop bar is one of the most memorable experiences the city offers. Bangkok is perfect for first time international travelers, budget travelers, food lovers, short getaway trips, and of course, Bangkok lovers. It's convenient, exciting, and relatively easy to navigate. It's also a great destination for people who enjoy nightlife and clubbing, with plenty of bars, clubs, and late night entertainment options across the city. If you're looking for total quiet, deep nature experiences, or a strictly conservative family environment, Bangkok may require more careful planning. So, is Bangkok still worth visiting in 2026? Yes, but maybe not for the reasons people once expected. It's less of a shopping paradise now, and street food prices in tourist areas aren't always as cheap as they used to be. But Bangkok still offers a unique mix of culture, food, energy, and nightlife. From temples and street markets to rooftop bars overlooking the skyline, the city continues to evolve while still keeping its character. If you approach the city with realistic expectations, it is still one of the most dynamic destinations in Southeast Asia. If you have visited Bangkok recently, I'd love to hear your thoughts as well. Are there any other pros or cons you think travelers should know about when visiting Bangkok in 2026? Feel free to share your experience in the comments down below. Until next time, bye!